Welcome in to the LI Sports Network here at the Town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center for a New York Islander High School Hockey League matchup. East Meadow, Levittown, Hicksville taking on Bethpage Varsity as the Ice Falcons still looking for their first win of the season up against Bethpage, who beat them earlier on this year. Right now, the Ice Falcons 0-9-0, Bethpage 2-8-0. As we should be just a couple of moments away from puck drop here at the Town of Oyster Bay. That matchup that I was talking about was back on December 2nd. It was a 6-4 lead for Bethpage. One of their 2 wins on the season. Obviously important for both of these teams to start getting some momentum on their side here in the New York Islander High School Hockey League. They're going to be playing some promotion relegation games with Varsity Conference 2, so having some confidence, maybe even getting yourself out of those bottom 3 teams in Varsity 1, very, very important for either side, looking for Bethpage. And their other win on the season was the most recent game that they played against Half Hollow Hills. It was a contested game, a 6-5 win in the end. Jack Alvey will be getting the start tonight for the Ice Falcons on the other end. Kotapka will be getting the start for Bethpage. My name's Kevin Broderick, joined by a big crew here today on the LI Sports Network. Gabe Takuri is running our social media as always. Sam Musnick is running the replay for us. Anthony Popsadaro is running the camera, and Rowan Hlodick on the board for the time and the scores. Both of these teams both scoring about the same amount of goals per game, 2.2 for the Ice Falcons and 2.7 for Bethpage. They're both giving up a considerable amount of goals as well, 9.8 for the Ice Falcons and 9.7 for Bethpage. As players get ready, and we're into the action here at the Town of Oyster Bay. Possession instantly going over to the Ice Falcons as they'll skate it over the blue line. Taken back down low. Ribeiro will put it down in front of his own goal accidentally, and a good save made. Kotapka making the first stop of the day, and will force the face-off over into the left circle. Hafner will go in for the draw. Almost popping out to the slot, and before Bethpage take it back and look to wheel it up and out of the zone. Wendell past the blue line. He's driving wide, has a little bit of room. A shot down low is saved. Good stop for Alvey to respond for the first stop for Kotapka. Another opportunity shot from the right side of the slot is once again stopped by Alvey. Another flurry of opportunities coming out in front of him. Bethpage with good pressure before the zone is cleared. Schafrin looking to dance in the left circle. Bottled up, and the puck was poked off his stick. A big hit on the far side boards. Gets another eruption as we're 1 minute in to the first period. Bethpage looking to break out with some players behind. Riley Pelliccia with the dump in there. Bethpage will go for a change behind the play. Ice Falcons winning a puck battle along the boards. This might be a breakaway in on net for Russo. Looking for the pass, and the shot was sent a little bit off to the left side of the net. Bethpage getting away with one right there. That could have easily been 1-0 for the Ice Falcons. Back in the defensive end, good outlet pass. Cruz looking to clear. Backhand saucer, across the rink. Whitman takes it in for the shot, save made, rebound in front, and then Brandon gets it. A minute 54 into the period, and opportunities presenting themselves for both sides. Puck shoveled in by Park into the right wing corner. Cruz trying to knock it down, and it will clear out of the zone. Bethpage looking to get back onto it. Chang was forced away, and it's carried ahead. Russo, wide shot goes off the iron. Puck dribbling into the neutral zone again. It's easily controlled by the Ice Falcons. Long shift for both of these sides. Wendell driving down low, shovels it in front. Cleared to the near point. Bethpage take a shot from there and almost had some life on the follow-up. Stuck around on that left post for a little bit longer than maybe comfortable for Bethpage fans. Chang with it again in his own zone. That was almost a dangerous turnover. Then fans on the second clear. It's back for the Ice Falcons. Sent out in front. No shot came. Good recovery from Bethpage. Dumped in by Park now, and he'll go back for a change as the forecheck is set up. A wild whack from Alvey knocks it over towards the corner as Bethpage get the reinforcements back out. Bergen going across the rink, looking for Chang. Pressured instantly by Schafrin. Chang forced into a turnover. It's in front again, spun around the slot. Falcons still holding it. Schafrin another centering feed, shot fanned on, and a follow-up went wide to the right from Hafner. Clear does come through for Bethpage. Ronaldo couldn't get it. Schafrin enters again. Schafrin a shot, whistled it off to the right side. Follow-up sends it into the mix. Maybe a turnaround look here, and it is a good one. Another save made. Follow-up for the third of that flurry. Katapka looking for a little bit more help from his defense in front as the puck goes down below the goal line. Swept around. Lucia was looking for the exit strategy on the opposite side. Comes right back, and we'll send it down the length of the ice. Should be an icing here as our referees will enforce it. 3 minutes gone by. Face-off will be taken by Urso. Wins it off to Phillips. Was looking for the return feed, but Bethpage was there to interrupt it partially. 50-50 puck now along the near boards, and Bethpage will win it out. Ribeiro into the offensive end. Poked off his stick. Sits free. Ronaldo. Pressure from behind. It's Gorey there to apply the defense. A centering feed was taken away by the Ice Falcons. Not cleared out, though. Wendell looking for a sharp angle shot. He'll spin around at the goal line, comes back in front. One pass down low, almost getting away for Bethpage. Whole lot of possession, but not a whole lot of shots just yet. Ronaldo snaps one into the glove, and Alvey makes the stout stop with 11:17 still to play in the first period. Face-off will come on the right side of Jack. Possession still not clear. As puck down in left wing corner, coming almost out in front. Still tied up in a couple of skates before the captain, Schafrin, will finally break it out of the zone. Turned right back over. Bethpage on the near side with Aiden Park. He'll take a hit, but he gets it past the blue line. Still shoved from behind, gets some support. 6 players all there just trying to shimmy it along. Finally breaks out of the pack, and it's Whitman with an opportunity to skate. Dips past the blue line. Whitman leaves it behind him for a shot. Good save. Whitman on the follow-up. Couldn't get it down low. Puck back into the corner, scaling up the wall. Held in by the Ice Falcons. Good moves. Palenko ultimately not able to do anything with it. Maybe one too many. Turns around a player there and loads it right back over the blue line. Palenko shot up high, saved, and goes out of play. Katapka has been tested a couple of times up top. It's been good for all of them so far as we still sit at 0-0 here at the Town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center. Both teams skating well so far. Wouldn't be surprised if this is one of the lower scoring games that either side play. They score about 2 goals per game. This is Chang with it right now. Quickly up the left side. Evades a hit right there on a sharp angle. Saved by Alvey. Follow-up taken away by the Ice Falcons. They have options as the puck is played up on the right side of the rink now. Whipped across to the far side. Cruz not going to be the first one to it. It was beat to the point by Wendell. Wendell holds on. Breaking it out of his own zone. He could start a rush here. Wendell still driving with it down to the goal line. Wrapping, sends it in front. Net off its moorings, and it's a scramble. Save made by Alvey as he'll keep this game at 0. Waiting for the referees to put the net back on. Play still going, and finally a whistle will be blown. Bethpage should be afforded an O-zone draw at the very least, but definitely a little bit confusing on why we didn't get an earlier whistle. It's the O-zone draw for Bethpage. They'll force it a little bit further into the O-zone. Sent up. Wendell not with a lot of time as the pressure was quickly applied. We'll just shake it off into the corner. Eagles still with it. Now fought away by the other captain on this Ice Falcons team. That's number 88. Hafner looking to do it himself. Force free from the puck down low. Looked to whip it out in front. It was blocked up by the Eagles, and we'll get a whistle. Now with 8:30 left. I don't think we're going to get... No, it's net off its moorings this time on the other side, so no penalty. Both these teams playing clean so far. Ice Falcons skate this forward 3-on-3. Schafrin cutting across the middle, turning around for a shot, and was fought off on the right side of the net. Katapka once again needing to make a save with no real pressure in front of him, but a well-placed shot. Broken out of the zone. This could develop into a 2-on-1. Shot instantly coming, and Alvey will make a nice save. Rebound control was perfect as well as it went off to the far boards. Not out of the zone, though. It's Riley skating it down. Sends it across to the opposite side. The Ice Falcons are on top of it first. Urso looking for the clear. Had his pocket picked in a centering pass. Just barely went underneath Riley's stick. He'll send it up the boards to the far point. Wendell looking for a shot. It was blocked out in front. And here come the Ice Falcons looking to break the scoreline. Hafner in, missed on the shot. Schafrin takes it back and instantly turns it onto net. Katapka made the follow-up save. Schafrin on a third opportunity. Not going to beat him down low. More than halfway through this first period. Neither team wanting to give an inch right now. Clearing opportunity. Couldn't get through. Palenko. Palenko recovers again, needing his team to get onside. Jousted off his stick. Ronaldo with it. Ronaldo. Good move. Hafner beat him eventually. Ronaldo down to the goal line. A backhand shot saved by Levy. Gets his own rebounds. Hounded into the corner with 6:20 to play in the first period. Puck rolling on its edge right now and finally squeaks free. Schafrin will take it, a little bit of speed behind his step. Schafrin turning around on the backhand. Shovel shot goes above the crossbar. Schafrin definitely getting a lot of ice time to start off this game. Bethpage operating with a bit more of an extended bench. Awkward turnover, shot down low, and once again, Kotapka makes the save. Finally going to get a penalty in this first period, as this one should go against Bethpage, sending the Ice Falcons on to the 5-on-4. Russo will take the draw. Banked around. Ice Falcons won it, but accidentally played it past the blue line. Carried ahead. Good entry. Centering feed. Stepped in front of. Bergen did a good job staying with his man the entire time. And Bethpage will find a second clear on the PK. 30 seconds gone by. 4:44 left in the first period. Awkward pass in their own zone from the Ice Falcons. Bethpage now killing some time in the offensive end. Palachia joining around with the other forward of Bergen. Bleeding even more time off this clock. Half of it gone by. Hafner on the second entry. Spins off to the right side, looking for a back pass, and once again plays it across the blue. Another reset forced by Bethpage. Good sequence, gives it right back to Hafner. A man to beat in front of him. Looking behind, he's hemmed into the boards and once again cleared by Bethpage. An excellent PK so far. Just 32 seconds left with 3:44 to play in the first. Seglio in on the forecheck. Couldn't fully convert. Whipped ahead. Schafrin couldn't dump it in. It's right back into his own zone. Just 5 seconds left on the power play. But Chang should be allowed to come back to the ice, still in a scoreless contest. Back to 5-on-5. Hafner trying to make up for the couple of mistakes that he had on the power play, looking back to the near point. And the puck will go out of play accidentally, I believe, into the Bethpage bench with 3:04 remaining in the first. Cruz on the ozone draw. Puck popping up into the air a couple of times, and it's for the better of Bethpage. Ribeiro looking to dangle through a pair of defenders. Puck forced off to the right wing corner. Tapped around the boards. Sits free, and it looks like the Ice Falcons can win it first, cleared past the far point. Under 3 to play here in the first period. Another rush, potentially good stick work from Chang as he was falling down to the ice. Prevents any rush goal coming, and Bethpage will break it out into the offensive end, look for a change behind the play, but maybe a solo rush. Shot coming in, they score! It's Will Wendell to get his team on the board first. So we'll take the goal cam look first. You can see Alvey trying to get a little bit aggressive in his stance. That's just a great shot. So Bethpage strike first. Send themselves up well to take the season sweep against the Ice Falcons. Last time this was a 6-5 win for Bethpage. If I was a betting man, which I'm not, but if I was, as another shot comes through, Katapka makes that save. If I was a betting man, I would expect this game to be a little bit lower scoring this go-around. Another ozone draw for the Ice Falcons. They have had plenty of opportunities, just haven't converted yet as a puck is blocked in front. Spills off to the right wing corner. Bethpage trying to dig it out. Forecheck coming in from Phillips. It's scaled up the wall but not out. Opportunity for Schafrin, but he had his pocket picked from behind, so the puck is still free around the perimeter. Phillips back with it again. Looking for a bank pass out of the zone. Knocked down by Ronaldo. Skates a little bit deeper, lifted off of his stick by Phillips, and he'll wheel up ice. A pass ahead to Schafrin. Separated from the puck, but at least got it past the blue line. His team making a partial change behind the play. Turnover here. Opportunity upcoming, and a good save by Katapka. It's the goal scorer. Wendell looking for a centering feed, does get it out in front. Follow-up shot saved by Levy. On the reload, Pelliccia, one good dangle, looking to get past the second. His shot interrupted, flutters off to the corner, picks it right back up. Some good moves, a shot from the slot blocked by his own teammate. Hitting Ronaldo, who was in the crease, trying to apply the screen with under a minute to play in the first period. Goal from Will Wendell, the difference maker so far. Another opportunity, whistles across the front. I don't think Katapka got a piece of it, but didn't need to. Ice Falcons have had trouble with the puck at the blue line and technically turning it over right there as it goes out of play. If Bethpage are able to convert on this 1-goal lead, it would create their first win streak of the season. As a nice blaster just goes off to the right side from Russo. Clock has not been started yet, and there it goes. So a couple of extra seconds added on to this first period. Shot from the left circle, ends up behind the cage. Schafrin trying to get there for it as it's covered up by the glove of Brandon. Quick shot coming through, well off to the left. And we'll end this first period with a 1-0 lead for Bethpage here on the LI Sports Network. We'll be right back for the start of the second. And we're back for the start of the second period. 15 minutes onto the clock. It's a 1-0 lead for Bethpage, taking on East Meadow, Levittown, Hicksville. The Ice Falcons 0-9 on the varsity season. Bethpage 2-8, looking for their second straight win. And it would be their second win against the Ice Falcons this season. As the face-off instantly goes onto the tape of Shafran, cuts middle and joisted away by Ronaldo. He'll leave it. Ribeiro testing early on Levy. Follow-up shot and a sprawling save, looking for the cover-up, and Jack does get there. Keeping this one well within reach for his team with just 17 seconds gone there, and the Eagles already generating a high-quality opportunity. Puck dropped in the offensive end. Ribeiro giving it over for Ronaldo. Looking to trade places. Centering feed ends up twisting around the boards onto the near side. Looking there is Wendell. He scored the goal earlier on. Obviously sitting as the game-winning goal. Ronaldo couldn't fly below the net without getting tied up. Bethpage staying patient with their opportunities. And we're going to get a whistle here from our referee down low at the goal line. And it looks like the referees are going to try to reinforce the post here, so it stops coming off its mooring. We'll do the face-off from the left dot. Stepping in for it is Ribeiro. He'll take it, look to dance, beats a couple of sticks. Ribeiro, shot down low, he scores! Ryan makes it 2-0. 13:58 still to play in the second. He's going to have a nice couple of moves coming off the boards. Here he is. That's just a great placement. Beating Alvey on the blocker side, I believe. So Bethpage with even more life to start off this second, still on the attack. Seglio lost the puck in his skates. Cruz will come in for the interception. All right, we'll get another stoppage as the puck once again played into the Bethpage bench. Face-off will go to the neutral zone. Seglio on the draw. Winging it away from Hafner, bringing it in. Seglio was one move away from a free shot onto Levy on the wrap attempt now. Sending it in front. A sprawl from it. Comes back to Seglio and missed the shot over to the right side. Hafner breaking out 3-on-2. Ice Falcons looking for some offense, down by 2. Hafner with a wrister, save made. Katapka gets a little round of applause from his bench. First save of the second period. As Bethpage off to a good start, obviously. And if your goalie is only making his first save about 2:20 into the second. Puck in deep again. Hafner looking for a puck battle over in the right wing corner. Pops to the slot and then tapped back to the perimeter. Eagles looking for the clear. Lost in a couple of skates, but is eventually shimmied past the blue line. Centering feed was blocked up. Hafner looking to fly, has it on his backhand, sends it to the middle, shot fanned on, puck still loose around the perimeter before it's worked away. Chang has plenty of time, scales it up the boards and out, back for the Ice Falcons. A D-to-D pass, giving some room for Gorey to work it through. Hit into the boards, and it's right back for Bethpage. Good step up in the neutral zone as the puck continues to change hands. Team's looking to make some changes in the chaos. Schaffer into the offensive end. Puck went by him just a little bit, so it's Chang with it once more. Chang looking for an outlet in front. Might have just accidentally iced the puck, but it did hit a stick, so the referees will wave it off. In deep now as Ronaldo's the first one there for Bethpage. Good takeaway from him. Has Riley off on his right side. Feeds him. Pass out in front. All alone for his shot. What a save! Alvey getting aggressive on the centering feed and shuts down a potential 3-0 lead. As we get that one on replay here on the LI Sports Network. This is Ronaldo with a nice win down low, and then a series of passes eventually gets it out in front. No one-timer coming through there. That's the big mistake. That's what allowed Alvey to get out and aggressive and shut down the play. Back to live here as the Ice Falcons were able to win the face-off and carry it the length. Looking for a long-range shot. Easy save for Katapka. Once again with Schaffer on the perimeter. Slides it towards the middle. Play now by Polanco. A backhand will send it towards the goal line. Centering feed. And once again, Katapka is Johnny on the spot to shut down the play. 10:45 remaining in the second. It's still 2-0 Bethpage. Once again, you're watching the LI Sports Network. My name's Kevin Broderick, joined by Sam Musnick, Gabe Takuri, Anthony Popsadaro, and Rowan Loddick, all doing various roles for tonight's production. Gabe right now punching away on the social media. Go and follow the LI Sports Network on Instagram if you're interested in what we're putting out. Obviously, subscribe to us on YouTube to stay up to date on all of your New York Islander High School Hockey League action, as well as any potential other hockey across the Long Island that you want to watch. Got some ACHA games always running on the LI Sports Network, as well as the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Puck dropped in the neutral zone. Won by the Ice Falcons. Lead man is Phillips. Comes past the blue line, tripped up, and that will be a penalty. Second of the game going on Bethpage. Ice Falcons are obviously 0 for 1 on their 5-on-4 opportunity. They're still scoreless. And it will be the goal scorer, Will Wendell, to go to the box this time. Face-off win for Schaffer, gives it off for a nice wrister, testing Katapka, but he made the stop and had the clear from his defense. Puck will be played down the full length of the ice, and out of the net is Jack Levy to stop it up. A wrister will be turned over to Ronaldo. Has some room to walk. Ronaldo, a good pass across the blue line. Ribeiro on a short-handed shot up high, and Alvey made the save. Already 30 seconds gone by in the 5-on-4. East Meadow now into the offensive end. They've struggled to maintain possession. Puck once again up near the blue line. Dangerous as it could spring the Eagles into a breakaway. Schaffer staying with it this time, though. Onto the far side. Schaffer looking to dip up to the blue line. Shading spots with a teammate and sliding a pass left. Controlled now. Sent out in front for a quick shot, and somehow Katapka got in front of it. Good clear from Ronaldo. Could give his team some time to change, but his stick was lifted by Polanco. Right back for Polanco. Cuts through one, trying to cut through two. Not going to get it around Riley and be airmailed down the length. Hafner dekes it through. Inverts on his skate, now scanning for options. Whipped across to the other side. Schafrin with it again, testing a shot out in front. Was deflected but wide of the cage. Now sits in the corner with just 5 seconds to play in the 5-on-4. Little momentum. Ice Falcons trying to jam it in front. Katapka looking like he'll stay strong on the post and does make the save. Referees are holding the changes right now. Just want to make sure there's no goal called first. And the 5-on-4 is over, so we're back to even strength with 8:26 to play. Bethpage on good pace for their second win in a row, beating Half Hollow Hills most recently. Be their third win of the season. Urso loops it around. Whitman gets to the puck on the boards, trying to leave it off for Cruz, who was joining him there. Bethpage fight forward and get it back, and it's Wendell, who was just recently in the box, back on the ice. He scored a goal in this game. Could have just iced it right there, and the referees will enforce it. The clock will pause once again at 7:59. Puck lofted down below the goal line for Cruz. Has it on his backhand. Looking to turn the corner. Met by two Eagles on the defensive side. And the puck goes to the blue line. Not out. Good rally for the Ice Falcons. They'll take it back in the neutral zone. Shot up high. Top left corner and in. East Meadow find their first. It's a 2-1 game. Katapka reasonably relaxed right here. Has a lot of defenders already in the zone. Good structure for Bethpage. But there's the breakdown, and what a beautiful shot. East Meadow definitely right back into the fray of things. He goes back in their own zone, a D-to-D pass. They try to send it the length of the ice. Intercepted and right back in for the Ice Falcons. Trying to make it 2 in a row. Stick tied up well by Chang, preventing a one-on-one opportunity with his goalie in the blue paint. Over half of this game gone by. And Aquino was the one to score that goal for the Ice Falcons as a shot will hit off the outside of the net. Pelliccia has been flying all over the ice this game. Yet to score a goal, but I have a feeling one might be coming the way that he's been playing. Here's Pelliccia with it again. Dicing it through the neutral zone. Turning around, has two teammates in front. Hits one for the shot. Ronaldo was robbed on the follow-up feed. It was banked aside by Alvey. Good play from the goalie right there, keeping his team within one. Schafrin, the captain, back to the other side, and a shot will be snapped out of play into the protective netting for another whistle. And the Ice Falcons will be happy with the offensive zone draw. Centering feed, intercepted by Bethpage. We'll wiggle it out of the zone. Back for the Ice Falcons, almost turning it over there. It was the outstretching arms of Vent. Katapka will pass it out himself. Polanco with plenty of time. D-to-D over to Gorey. Mishandling the puck, and Bethpage take it back. Wiggled forward. And a sharp angle, but a good shot regardless. Alvey had to make an awkward save with the glove. Vent pushed into the boards. Got about 5 players right there all battling for it, and breaking it out of the pack is Palenko. Has a lead man, but couldn't thread the needle to Shafron, who is in full stride past the blue line. Clock just about to approach that 5-minute mark in the second period. Most recent goal coming for East Meadow. Scored by Anthony Menachino. Nice Falcons offsides as Gorey wasn't able to reset in time. I'll put it back to center ice. Katapka probably just thinking about getting out of this period. Bethpage were definitely skating a bit harder at the start of the second. A little bit of a fumble on the change. Wendell will be the last man off to make it 5-on-5. In the neutral zone, 1 forward. Ribeiro trying for it still. Shot left in front. Ronaldo couldn't get there. Alvey was able to belly flop on top. 4:42 remaining in the second period, and another great opportunity for the Eagles. We'll take a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. I want to know, how did Alvey get on top of that? Because I thought for sure Ronaldo would have been there for it. Left it a little bit and then got it under the blocker. I know Gabe Takuri happy that at least one of the Eagles teams is winning tonight. I don't know how Gabe is a Philadelphia sports fan, but, you know, it is what it is. Puck in the right wing corner as the Ice Falcons looking to get a clear. Bethpage has been very physical down low. They've created some good opportunities through it. Up top to Chang, wrists one on net. And Alvey got it into the glove. See, I'm allowed to make fun of the Eagles and Gabe because I'm a Jets fan, so I have more misery than Gabe will ever know. My condolences to every Jets fan out there. Completed another great season. I love this team. Breakout pass. Was slow but got to Shafron nonetheless. Looks to send it off to the left side. Good breakdown. The Ice Falcons looking it down low on Katapka, but the shot went off to the left. Puck will be ice, so it's right back to the O-zone. I thought Sam was making a joke. He didn't make a joke. Hafner on the O-zone draw, looking to get it back to his other captain in Shafron. Wiggle it off to the near perimeter. The Eagles fight for it and scale it out of the zone. A big hit absorbed by Wendell. Scored the very first goal of this game. Shot interrupted now by Wendell. Follow-up was taken off the heel of the stick. Not cleared out by Will, though. More opportunities available for the Ice Falcons as it rattles around to Chang. I'll send it down the zone. Icing waved off. Menachino for Hafner. Ahead, Schafrin sends it to the opposite side and past the blue line. Good hip check coming out at Chang. Who separates his man from the puck, picks it up on the backhand down low. Turns it over, Hafner with it again. Couldn't scale it up the boards. Now Wendell will go into the fray. Puck will be just barely broken free. Good hand-eye coordination. Hafner holds on to it, trading spots. Schafrin takes it. Comes loose. A shot fanned on. Might work out, though, as the Falcons have it down low in the blue paint. Schafrin trying to turn around from a shot, but the Eagles stacked the box and had too many sticks in the area. We'll break out of that awkward jam. It's Wendell with it again on a break. One hand on the stick. Wendell, a shot fanned on it partially on the follow-up. Eagles still looking for it, but a penalty going to be assessed. I imagine that's going to go against East Meadow. It's going to be a high sticking call. And Urso will be escorted off to the box. A number 46, booked for 2 minutes. $1:51 left in this period. And Bethpage could look to reestablish their 2-goal lead. Ribeiro on the draw, gets it back. Wendell scales it up the board. Seglio takes it, whips it across to the high slot, now rotated down to the goal line. Great movement for Bethpage to start off on this power play. Puck into the high slot. Seglio on the right side now. Couldn't get it through the stick. Dribbles out in front for a shot. Great save on Alvy's end. Got it just barely with the right shoulder. Seglio turns around. Good pass. Shot saved by Alvy. Lucia gives it. Seglio dips below the goal line. Pops out the other side. Looking off to the middle. No room to work. Goes back down to the well. Taken away and cleared out. Ice Falcons with $1:05 to kill. Under a minute to play in the period. Pelliccia definitely has the speed to quarterback this power play. Stops up behind his net and now starting to build the acceleration. Sends it all the way up. Couldn't be forced through. Ribeiro was denied, and another clear will come out. East Meadow not able to get it the length, though. Still 30 seconds left. Drop pass to the far point. Bethpage on a sharp angle. Alvy got it into the glove. Ice Falcons will make some changes. Power play has looked good so far for the Eagles. Ribeiro wins another faceoff. Pelliccia gives it back. Across now for Wendell. One good move. Wendell trying to pull the thread. Couldn't get it past the right ear of Alvy. Puck now hemmed into the left wing corner. Spun around. Met down low by Ribeiro. Looking for an option in front. Hit it off his skate blade and goes over to the perimeter. Wendell couldn't hold the zone. It could be a breakout. Here comes Schafrin. One man to beat and couldn't get through him. Period expired as well. Down to 0-0 with 9 seconds left in the power play. We'll be right back here on the LI Sports Network for the team. And we're back here on the LI Sports Network. 15 minutes, that's all that's left in this matchup between East Meadow, Levittown, and Hicksville, and Bethpage Varsity. A 9-second power play for the Eagles to work with, trying to re-extend to a 2-goal lead. Gave up the most recent. Good entry right away. The Eagles might have some juice. A shot saved by Alvey. Almost gloved down in the slot, but instead the rebound went over to Shaffron. One man to beat for Shaffron. Pulls up, looking for the trailer. Hits it across to the right side. The shot saved. Katapka trying to get over to the rebound, but Shaffron was tied up. Almost giving the puck again. Katapka, right glove save. Takes it off to the far post, and it's cleared out of the zone. The Eagles shutting down a scramble in front. 33 seconds gone by in the third period. Be an O-zone draw now. Cleared out by Bethpage. Hafner was looking across for Shaffron. Ronaldo meets him on the far side. The back pass goes to the most recent goal scorer. Menachino whipped it into the offensive end. Forecheck set up by Whitman. Plenty of space. Hafner trying to trade places at the blue line, and once again, the Ice Falcons fumble possession up top. Quickly back, Hafner spinning around, looking for the shot, ripped a stick away from the defender in front. Burgeon trying to get back on top of it. The Falcons sent bodies in front, but Bethpage has been so good at playing that physical game, it really doesn't feel like East Meadow is going to be able to score in a settled 5-on-5. Rushes is where they've done the most damage. Here's Hafner on a rush. What do you know? 2-2 game. We're tied up, 13-10 to play in the final period. As here comes the play, it's just a great wrister down low on Katapka. So Bethpage now giving up 2 in a row. Have to rally to find a lead back for East Meadow. They're not going to go quietly into this game. They want to get a lead. They want to get their first win of the season. Some revenge for earlier on when Bethpage edged them out by 1 goal. Jaden Cruz swaps it back. Just barely offsides for East Meadow. Take another draw in the neutral zone. Russo wins it back. Onto the backhand of Phillips. Gets it across. Cruz was in a shooting lane. His team wanted him to rip it. Ends up with it down low. Shoulder of Chang knocks him down. Followed up by his teammate Russo. Sends it to the far point. Russo gets it back, taps it towards the middle. Bethpage pounce onto it, but the shot was taken regardless. Katapka will field it into his glove and will take another pause. Hafner winning it back. And another offsides called here on East Meadow. Good speed for Chang. Cuts left, Chang to the goal line, looking for a shot. Sent it above the crossbar. Carrying all the way around as Schafrin tries to get it out. With the puck again, he'll turn it over to the man right in front. And Bethpage will dump it in once more. Alvey taps it and leaves it behind. A 2-2 game right now. Definitely tense on the ice. Pelliccia shimmies it right. Ribeiro to the far point, and Bethpage offsides as it was touched up by Bergen. And another offsides here. As we're hitting a lot of them, it feels like right now. Pace of the game definitely slowing down with just 4 minutes expiring in this third period. Draw taken by Hafner, forced forward. Pelliccia gets past him. Pelliccia still with it. Looking to take the middle. Pelliccia in front, backhand. He scores! Highlight goal! Bethpage up 3-2. We'll take a second look at this here on the LI Sports Network. Pelliccia, what a move right there. The confidence to go on the backhand as well. Beating Alvey on the glove side. About as good as you're going to get. Pelliccia back to the left circle. His shot this time interrupted. Ribeiro will go chasing after it. Collect it down below the goal line. Cycling it around. Harassed from behind. Still looking for a couple of moves. Now picked up into a double team. Ribeiro somehow finding the centering feed, but it was knocked aside by Ronaldo. Wasn't expecting the pass so quickly. Urso now gaining it. Across for Cruz. Left in the slot. Bethpage find it first. Eagles looking for a breakout. Ribeiro left all the way alone. On a backhand, sending it forward. Just barely on sides were Bethpage. Polanco beating one man down to the goal line. Couldn't beat a second as Chang stood him up. Polanco took a hit as well for his troubles. High shot gloved by Katapka. And 9:49 now left in the final period of regulation. Hafner to the O-zone draw, has Schafrin lining up directly behind him. As the puck will go out of play. It's been like a magnet onto this Bethpage bench. Shot out of the zone. Polanco back with it with plenty of time. D-to-D pass goes around. Pazza leading this charge, dropping his shoulder, going all the way to the boards. Has his pocket picked down low, and Bethpage take it back. The earlier goal scorer in this game, Will Wendell, leads the rush this time. Wendell, he'll go down to the goal line, wrapping around, sending it in front. Alvey was right there with the glove, waiting for it. Getting to the late stages of this game. Obviously, the Ice Falcons not comfortable in this 3-2 deficit, but I don't think Bethpage are comfortable just being up by 1. Potential turnover in front. Alvey tried to spear it away. And Aquino, plenty of room at the blue line. Whizzes past one, great pass in front, rebound comes out. Still fought for, and the Eagles somehow find it. Katapka making an excellent stop and a needed one at that. Back the other way, Bethpage shot in front. What a challenge by Alvey. Getting aggressive for another 5-star stop. So we'll take a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. Alvey was ready for it the entire time. Here comes the hard part, as Seglio was going to get a great feed there. And again, it's the aggressiveness of Alvey to close down that angle, make it an easier save for himself. Got to get large, like you're fighting a bear. And we're going to get another offsides with 8:02 to play in the third period. 3-2 the score. Eagles on top. Hafner gets it back. Bethpage trying to capitalize on a bad pass. Seglio down low, pushed off the puck. Followed up by Park, and he's sandwiched into the boards. Good physical defense from East Meadow. Just about halfway gone by in this period. Bethpage dig it out. No one in front to center the pass to. Now Ronaldo takes it, spins it around off the high glass. It pops for Seglio. Once again, he takes the punishment of a shoulder check, and it's sent out of the zone. Shafrin with it here. Shafrin sending it across. Ice Falcons, the shot. Rebound. Shafrin couldn't get it to go. Katapka another save. Shafrin right back for it. A poke check thrown in there. Finally sent up to the high slot, but still not out. Long range shot. This time Katapka got it with the kick of the leg. Sent off the boards and now out. Should be an icing unless Seglio gets there in a hurry. He will. Seglio in a 2-on-1 in front of the net. What a save by Alvey. And the net comes off its moorings to boot. The Ice Falcons will take a rest because of it. We'll take a replay here on the LI Sports Network. Alvey now with another fantastic stop. Wasn't sure if that was going to be an icing or not. There, he knows it's not going to be. Just good edge work to stay with Seglio. That's not an easy save to make because Seglio has so much speed to zoom across the blue paint. You got to stay up to speed with him if you're the goalie there. Shafrin on a long shift. Wrist shot. Save made by Katapka. As good as Alvey's been, he can't win this game by himself for his team. They've been trailing the entire time, if not tied. They have not controlled a lead of their own. Russo on the perimeter. As it poked away, Wendell trying to get to the spot first. Sauces it ahead. Pelliccia gives it back to Wendell. He has tons of speed. Wendell looking to drive down to the goal line. Slides it towards the middle. Interrupted by the Ice Falcons. It's back down low. Russo to the far side. 6 minutes left in the third period. 3-2 the score here on the LI Sports Network. Bethpage looking for their second consecutive win to follow up on their most victory against Half Hollow Hills. Buck rimmed around, aggressive as Katapka will go out of his net. Carries it around to the near side. Bethpage control. A bank pass ahead that was intended for Ribeiro. He's not able to get to it first as he was beaten by Palenko. Turned over by East Meadow now. Bethpage have it in their own end. Pelliccia currently controls the game-winning goal. He'll whip it up the ice, and Bethpage break it past the blue line. Long shot. Alvey not exactly scared by it. Bergen, another blast, goes wide to the crease. Pelliccia looking to dance at the corner, sends it to the middle. One-timer upcoming, save made Alvey. And the rebound thankfully goes right to one of his players to clear the zone. It's Urso trying to barge through, is interrupted at the blue line. Puck will be battered around a couple of times. East Meadow get into it on the perimeter. Russo with it again to a 3-on-1. Russo goes wide, tried to sweep it across. But enough was done by Wendell to shut down the opportunity. Now will try to skate a 3-on-2 for the Eagles to try to ice the game. Wendell out to the middle but mishandled. Once again with Urso, both of these lines probably in need of a change. Neither side will do so. Gorey finding soft ice, looking for a shot, blocked in front by Wendell. Taken ahead now by Bethpage, and there will be a change made behind the play as Ronaldo just tries to force it in deep, lost track of the puck. Pelliccia flies in on the second wave as a big open ice hit is levied onto Ronaldo. Pelliccia will leave it back in his own end and go off to the bench. A turnover, dangerous. Schafrin in the high slot. Didn't go down Main Street, though, and instead it's off for Hafner in the corner. Schafrin now scooping it up. Slides it out in front. Sticks tie up, and no shot came through for East Meadow. More opportunities presenting. Schafrin a shot. Rebound in front. Covered up. What a play by Katapka. Keeping his team in a 1-0 lead, or 1-goal lead. Another great shot, almost painted on the top left corner. Katapka hugging the near post, another centering feed, and he'll get it with the glove. Dying stages of the game now. Shift's going to be limited for pretty much everyone. Hafner will take this draw. Puck fluttering down to the goal line. Cruz trying to get there for a centering feed. Had Hafner on the near side. Hafner will take it back with room at the goal line. Hafner in front looking for the shot, and Katapka got it with his left leg. Sent down by the Eagles for an icing, so go right back to the O-zone for East Meadow. Cleared out by Bethpage. This should be another icing. Waved off as it didn't have enough mustard to get there. 2:40 left in regulation. Hafner trying to find something. Toe drag still in front. Forced off his stick. Cruz on the follow-up. Speed down low. Cruz will loop. Sends a backhand around the boards. He was looking for the stick of Schafrin. Now tied up, but Schafrin will break it out of the pack. He'll scale up. Looking to turn to the high slot. Good move from Schafrin. Forcing the stick out of the hands of Wendell. He'll pick it back up. Still controlled by East Meadow. Almost at 2 minutes to play. Pass across. Hafner got onto it. Contained by Bergen. Puck still sitting down below the goal line. Hafner will take it. Once again trying to turn. He blew a tire, though. The clear was fanned on. More life for East Meadow. Up to the slot and out. This should go down for an icing, but it was touched instead by Alvey. I don't know if he thought, if he was entirely sure. .134 left, long shot. And Katapka will make another glove save. Timeout taken by East Meadow, so we'll take a timeout here on the LI Sports Network and be back with the final 91 seconds. And we're back here on the LI Sports Network. 91 seconds left in this third period. Bethpage trying to hold on to their 1-goal lead and be their second win in a row. East Meadow trying to tie it up, trying to force an overtime, and still looking for their first win of the season at 0-9. Face-off taken and controlled by Bethpage. Wristed down the ice. Katapka fired it up the boards and almost past the blue line, just barely held in. Now Hafner on a shot into the glove. Katapka just trying to keep things in an even keel right now. An empty net on the left side of the rink, so a sixth skater out for East Meadow. Good time for an ozone draw as long as you can win it. Obviously the Eagles can go shooting down. Hafner not able to win the face-off, and it's cleared. Thankfully not on net. We'll go down for an icing. We'll redo it from the same spot. Right back to the right circle for Hafner. Tied up. Ribeiro getting it down low. Taken by East Meadow. They'll rotate it around to open ice. Polanco at the blue line and forced away. Palicio with another great play. He has the game-winning goal right now. It's smacked down by Seglio. East Meadow have to be careful. Seglio trying to take it away below the goal line. Not going to beat out the captain and Max Schafrin. Schafrin ahead. Broken in by Hafner. Leaves it behind him. East Meadow with room in the slot. Shot save made and no follow-up. Goes off to the left corner. 25 seconds now left in regulation. The Eagles just trying to pinch it there. They have it in their skate blades. Referees urging them to continue to move the puck. Down to 15 seconds left and it will finally be called dead. Ozone draw, do or die time. Luca Hafner in to take it. Will win it. Quick shot for Schafrin. Wide of the net. Down to 10 seconds left in the third period. Spun around, comes up top. Menachino needs to get something off. Tied up by Palicia. He'll take it, firing down ice, and the clock will expire. Palicia with the game-winning goal, and it's a 3-2 victory for Bethpage. Their second in a row. Now 3-8 on the season. And unfortunately, East Meadow will drop down to 0-10. We'll get an interview with Riley Palicia just after this short break here on the LI Sports Network before we close out today's broadcast. Here with Riley Policia after his game-winning goal and victory after today's game, a 3-2 win. Take me through that final goal to get your team this 3-2 win.
I don't even know. I just took the puck, just went around the guy, I just scored. I don't know.
Easy enough for you?
Yeah.
All right. Obviously on a 2-game winning streak now at this point in the year, 3 wins overall on the season. How important is it to find some consecutive wins at this time?
It's very important. We really want to make a good team in the playoffs. We'll just try our best throughout the season. We have some tough games coming up, but we'll try our best.
All right, absolutely. And what's been leading to this success?
Probably our chemistry and our teamwork, throughout the games. Pretty much, yeah.
All right, Riley Policia after his game-winning goal. Thank you so much for watching here on the LI Sports Network. We'll be right back for more New York Islander High School hockey.